Caroline, so nice to see you.
Great to see you, Pete.
Well, thank you for being part of the Shift Positive Spotlight. We like to spotlight successes that coaches and organizations are having and also then bring some of the stories to light. And you shared that you've got a story. So, first of all, in just a few sentences, could you tell us just a little bit about who you are, the name of your company, and the focus of the work that you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Caroline Cochran, and I am a leadership development coach. The name of my company is Transform Able Coaching and Consulting. And I also founded Arise Women's Leadership Collective, which is a cohort-based women's leadership program that I run each year. Yeah.
And you're an IO psychologist then as well.
I am an IO psychologist as well, industrial organizational psychologist. So that's my background. That's how I came into the world or adjacent to coaching. And then I actually hired myself a coach back about 10 years ago and fell in love with the process. And that's when I decided I wanted to become a coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I understand that you've got a client success story to share. Tell us the story.
Yes. So I recently did a shift positive process with a 7-person leadership team at a local bank, Bridgewater Bank. And it was just such an amazing process. I had each of the leaders on the team chose allies from within the team and outside of the team. And really the way that we approached it is that we're looking to get that kind of feedback that's going to build trust and help the team move forward positively together. And so Shift Positive was the perfect thing for that. Capped it off with a positive intelligence workshop, which was great because I've realized that shift positive feedback is very much SAGE in PQ language, SAGE feedback. So it's from our authentic selves versus the ego self in terms of that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have any sense of what the experience was like for folks then? Any comments that they made? How did they receive it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we just finished the process a couple of weeks ago, and I heard from multiple people from the team, this was the perfect time for this. They had some recent changes in leadership, and the team is sort of forming with new members and some members stepping into new roles. And so it was a perfect time for them to really build trust and get the feedback that they needed to move forward together. And I met with all the allies and the leaders themselves, and I heard that kind of across the board, whether they were having a shift positive that was done for them or they were an ally in the process. It was like, oh, this was a really great process that I didn't know what to expect, and it really was great. So
You used that ally language a couple of times there, and that might be new for folks. And so what were some of the things that made you choose Shift Positive versus more traditional, either off-the-shelf kind of a 360 or your standard narrative 360?
yeah, absolutely. So I think I've said this before to you, but I'm an evangelist for Shift Positive. I feel like this kind of feedback is game changing because it is given within context of the person giving the feedback. So the transparency of the feedback is key to making that feedback action and really being able to take it forward with a positive intent. And the other piece about it that I love that's different from the traditional 360 is that there's a true roadmap forward versus, hey, you have this gap and it's a numbers gap and we can't really say who said that and we can't really say how to take care of that, but you need to figure it out and do something with your development. So, and instead, Shift Positive is, hey, there's a way that you can be even more effective. And actually, here's a step that you can take towards it. And by the way, I'm going to support you along the way and make a commitment to do that, which is a totally different way of doing feedback. So
Fantastic. Well, again, love spotlighting you and hearing these success stories. And so how would somebody get a hold of you? Because we'd love to be able to share your information with other folks.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely check out my website. It's at transformablecc.com. I especially love to work with women who
Mm,
are looking to pivot or level up their leadership, and that's sort of my passion and love. So I
mm,
would love to hear from any of you. So
fantastic. Thank you, Caroline. Have a
thank you.
great day.
Thanks.